morning. Hi, Laya with Scott Lowry Marketing, and today we are going over our website 101 class. So we have our class notes here that we'll be following along with. Before we get started, you're going to want to go to command, which is agent.kw.com. So as a reminder, your username is not case sensitive, but your password is. If you have any trouble logging on, you can click this eyeball icon here to get a view of your password to make sure it's keyed in correctly. Once you have your username and password typed in, we can click on sign in. So all of our marketing information within our website and other marketing materials feeds directly from our marketing profile. So before we get started on setting up our website, we want to make sure that our marketing profile is fully set up and ready to go. To access that, we're going to click on our name in the top right corner, and we're going to go to settings. On the left side menu, we're going to go under Connect Settings, and that is where we can find our marketing profile. So we'll click on that. So we'll start from the top down and go through every part of this marketing profile here. So from the beginning, this toggle here in the top right corner, you do want to make sure this is always green and toggled on. This is what feeds your profile into your marketing. So if this is turned off, you'll see that's not green anymore. That means your branding is not carrying over to your website and your marketing. So none of it will be branded to you. So always make sure this is turned on. And when you hit that toggle, it does pop up to remind you of all of your compliance items here. So at the top, we have our headshot photo. You do want to be sure your photo is cropped down to a perfect square. If it looks distorted here, that is how it will show up on your marketing. So you will need to get that cropped down. If you have any trouble cropping or resizing your photo, you can email it over to us and we can get that adjusted for you. Next, we have team logo. So if you're not on a team and you don't have a team logo to put here, we recommend using like a KW logo like you see here, or a realtor logo, anything generic just to fill in this spot. The reason for that is some of the marketing automatically pulls that logo in. So if you don't have a logo uploaded here, it will show up on your marketing as a broken image. So if you go to your class notes, we have a couple logos that you can download here at the bottom. So you can click on the links and follow those and download those images to use. Coming back over, we have our details. So you do want to be sure your name matches what your name reflects on your license to be sure you're within compliance. Your license number. If you are on a team, your team name can go here. If you have a professional job title that you use, you can throw that in there. If you have a slogan that you use for your business, you have the option to add in slogans. We have our designations and credentials here. If you're not sure how to get this little R symbol here, if you hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and type in 0174, that'll give you that little symbol there for you. Next, we have our military affiliation. So you have the option of active duty, reserves, veteran, military spouse, Gold Star family, military family member, National Guard, and supporter patriot. So when you select your affiliation from this list here, it will then bring out another drop-down menu to select the branch that you are affiliated with. Next, we have our bio. So the way your bio looks in this box is how it's going to show up on your marketing. So if you do have line breaks in between your paragraphs here, you want to be sure those are reflecting properly here, as this is where it's going to pull from. If you need to update your bio and you're having trouble updating that, you can send it over to us and we can get that updated for you as well. Next, we have our contact information. So your mobile phone number. If by chance you're in another country, you can change your country code with this drop-down arrow here. Your Market Center office number. If you have a fax number, you can add that in here. Your business email. So you are not required to use your KW email. If you do have another email that you use for your business, you can use that here. Otherwise, if we set you up, you're probably going to see your KW email in this box. Your website URL will be here. You do want to be sure that the HTTPS is in here. That is what makes your link clickable on your marketing. Another thing we like to point out is if this is the URL to your command website, you do not want to have www here, as the command websites do not work with that formatting. If you have a custom domain that you're having forwarded to your command site, you can use your custom domain in this box for your marketing. Or if you have a custom website and you're not using the KW sites, you can use your custom website URL there as well. Next, we have our Market Center information. So your Market Center logo. So you'll see the logo looks distorted here. So we do like to point out the Market Center logo and team logo do not show up distorted like the headshot does. So if those look distorted here, they do correct themselves on your marketing materials. The only image that will show up distorted if it looks distorted on your marketing profile is that headshot photo. So for your Market Center information and address, we do recommend being sure that this is always up to date. If by chance you've transferred market centers or your market center has moved, anything like that, always be sure this is reflecting the correct address location, just to be sure that you are following compliance. Next, we have our legal footer text. So if your office has any legal text that they require for your marketing, you can add that here. You don't need to add in each office is independently owned and operated in this box, because that verbiage is automatically on all marketing. So if you add it in here, it's going to end up showing twice. Next, we have our legal footer links. So if you have any legal links that you need to use for compliance, you can add those in here. For example, our Texas agents have to have their commission information in here. And for New York agents, they have their standard operating procedures. To add links, you just simply click the add link button. You'll put in the title of the link and the URL to the link. And to delete them, you'll just click the little trash icon over here. Next, we have legal footer images. These are just little thumbnail images. They're not very big. You'll see in the description, they are 128 by 48 pixels. So they're very small. You probably don't want to use this to advertise or anything. However, you could use this for maybe extra designation logos or maybe vendor logos, things like that. Next, we have our social media pages. So this is where you can add your direct links to your business pages. If you have your Facebook page set up, if you use Twitter, Instagram, if you have your own YouTube channel, and if you have a LinkedIn profile, you can add all of those links in here, and then those will show up on your website menu. Last, we have Google Analytics ID. So Google Analytics recently updated, so Command has not updated to that new process yet. However, the way that will work is you would set this up through Google Analytics and then add that tracking ID in here, and that would track the traffic coming to your website. So once you have finished updating your profile, you'll hit save at the bottom. That's going to refresh you to the top and let you know that your marketing profile was successfully saved. So now that we have updated our profile, we can get started on our website. So we're going to go to Consumer tab. If you're still getting comfortable with what each of these icons stand for, if you click on the red KW box in the top left corner, it will bring out a description of each icon here for you. So for the websites, we're going to go into Consumer, which is the last one at the bottom. So most likely, if your website is not set up yet, you will not see anything listed here. If we have already set you up, you will probably already see these initial pages that we're going to be going over today. So when you go to Consumer, these will be your website pages that are already set up. And then at the top, you'll be able to see your website URL here. So if I click on this, this will open up our website. So if I come to our drop-down menu, this is where all those social media links go. So we have our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. So when you enter those links into your marketing profile, those feed right to this menu here. So to get started with setting up our website, we're going to go to Site and App Settings here at the top. And then we're going to click on Learn More with Kelly Guides. Here in this pop-up box, it's going to ask us which guide we want to use. So we're going to select the agent site. So this takes us right into the Kelly Guide to set up our website here. You'll see at the top, it's got a timeline here to go through each step that we're going to take for our website. So we'll go ahead and click on Get Started. Once you click on that, it's going to pop up just reminding you of all your compliance items here. So here on the left, we have our big preview of what our website looks like. And then on the right side, this is where we are going to make our edits here. So the first thing we're going to do is claim our website domain. So you'll enter your domain in this box here. You'll see it does give you the criteria here: 30 maximum characters, no spaces, no special characters. So you cannot add most special characters, however, you can add dashes. So if you do need to separate your words out for any reason, you can add a dash there. So once you enter your domain, you can click on Confirm Domain. So if that domain that you're requesting is available, you'll see this blue message here: congrats, you have claimed your domain. So under that, we have our marketing profile information. So this is everything that we just completed within our marketing profile. So all of this is feeding right from there. So this is why we always want to make sure that profile is up to date. So all that information fed right over to our profile in our website. So at the bottom, we'll click Save and Continue. So next we have the option to change our theme. So you have dark theme or red theme. And this just kind of changes the accents of it. So you'll see in the left corner, the KW here, that's red, or if we change it to dark, that changes to black. Next, we have our homepage text. So this is the text that is going to show up above this search bar here. So you can customize that however you would like to, or you can just leave it as the generic message there. Next, we have our hero images. So these are the images that show up right behind the search bar here. So you can have up to 5 images at a time, and it will pretty much slideshow through each image. So I can show you what that looks like here. So then right back here behind the search bar is our hero images, and you can kind of see how it flashes through each image. So you can have up to 5 images at a time. If you want to change the default ones out for custom images, you can. You will just need to delete the ones that are in there before you upload new ones, because it automatically defaults to 5 images to start. If you do plan on using custom images, we recommend using images that either you've taken yourself or that you have gotten off of free image hosting sites, just to make sure you don't run into any copyright issues. If you look at your class notes at the top, we have a few recommendations for stock image sites where you can grab images that are free to use. So once we have that page updated, we will save and continue. So next we have our company profile. So we usually use this page to showcase the Market Center. So I will leave the page title as, well, you may do Keller Williams and your Market Center's name. For ours, we're going to do Scott Lorre Marketing. So the URL slug, we'll leave that as About Us. And then our SEO description. So once we have our search engine filled out, we'll then go down to the drop down for content. And this is where we will edit our page here. So our page header. So this is the information that is in this text box here in the header image. And you'll see as you edit this on the right side, it automatically updates here. So for the rest of this page, we're actually going to use our class notes. So if we go over to our class notes here, you'll see we have our information for the company profile here. So our intro paragraph. So I'm going to highlight this, right click and copy. And then I'm going to find the intro paragraph here, delete that and paste. And so now I'll go back to my notes and fill in the rest of the sections. So for section 1, you'll see for both sections for the headline, it says to delete. So we're going to delete the headline text in there, but we will copy the paragraph text. So headline title, delete that. Headline description, paste in there. So again, for section 2, we're going to delete the headline, and then we'll grab the paragraph text for section 2. So next we have our footer title and footer paragraph. So over here, footer title. And our footer paragraph here. So once we have all of that information keyed in, we will hit continue. So now we go to our About Me page. So that company profile page, if you want to customize that page with your own verbiage, your own information, you certainly can. You can make that page whatever you want it to be. You don't necessarily have to follow those class notes if you want to do a custom page with that. So for our About Me page, so first we have our search engine information. So the page title, About Me. So this is the title that shows up on your page, your URL slug, and our SEO description. And then once the search information is filled in, we will go to content again. So page title. So you can leave that as About Me. You could change that to your name if you want. However you want to do that, you can customize these however you prefer to. Your title. So this is the title that shows up under the page title here. So this is pulling right from our marketing profile. So whatever your professional title or team name in your marketing profile is set to, that is where this is pulling from. However, if you do want to customize it and change it within your page, you can just edit this text box however you would like to. So next we have bio title. So we have about Scott. So this would be about and then your name. Or again, you can customize this if you would like to. So the bio title is this bold text that is right above the bio. Now I will point out that on this left version, you don't see those line breaks between the paragraphs. However, when we actually publish this, it will show up with those line breaks because it's going to pull right from the marketing profile. So you'll see here, we have our line breaks in here. So when we actually save this and go to our website, it will reflect the way it's supposed to. Next, we have our contact title. So again, the title is going to be this bold text above the contact information. And then you can be sure that your phone number and email are reflecting correctly here. So like everything else, all of this is feeding right from your marketing profile. So this is why filling out that marketing profile first is very important. So once that is filled in, we'll hit continue. So next we have our contact page. So if you are an individual agent, you're not on a team, you may want to change the title from contact us to contact me. You can kind of do whatever you want with that, whatever works best for you and your situation there. Your URL slug. So that's going to default to just contact. You can leave that as is, or you can change it if you would like to. And our SEO description. So again, we have our search engine optimization filled out. So we're going to go to content. So just like the page title, if you want to change it from contact us to contact me, you can adjust that there. Intro paragraph. So this is the text that is under the title. So again, you can use whatever verbiage you would prefer to use here. And then we have message hint. So this is the text that shows up in the message box, just giving them some suggestions on what to type in there. And then again, your phone number and email that pulls from your marketing profile. So once that's filled out, you can save and continue. So that was the last step in the Kelly guide. So that brought us back in, and you'll see in the bar at the top, all 4 steps are blue. That means we have finished, so we can click on the X in the top right corner. And this will take us out of the Kelly guide and back to command. So now you should see all of the pages that you just created in this list here. So we have our about page, our contact page, and our about me page. So on the right side, you'll see there's these little eyeballs. So if the eyeball is this teal color, that means it is active on your website. If it is gray, like these bottom ones here, that means they are not actively published, so people cannot see those pages right now. If you click on the 3 dots, you can edit your page or you can delete your page. So if you need to make any changes, or if by some chance you have to recreate your page and you want to delete the original one, you can do that there. So now let's go into our website and see how those pages look. So we'll go to our top menu here. So we have our company page here. So this is the page that we created off of our class notes. And then we have our About Me page. So you'll see now that it's live and active, our bio does have those line breaks in there. And then we have our contact page. So these pages are now live and active on our website. So I'll go over a couple more things in the consumer tab here for you. So if we go to site and app settings over here. So under general, This is where you can make quick changes to that home page of your website. So that hero text that shows up above the search bar, you can edit that here. You can edit your hero images here. So if you ever want to switch those images out, you can do that through here without having to go back through the Kelly guide. You can set registration limits for your website. So what that means is if you want your clients to have to register through your website before viewing a certain amount of properties, you can do that. So you can set limits to 10 properties, 2 properties, or you can set it up to where they can't view any properties without registering. Or you can just leave it as unregistered and people can view as many properties as they would like to without registering through your site. So what happens when your client registers through your site is they would then come into your contact database as a new lead, and your lead source would show that they came from your KW site or consumer app. So down here, you can add virtual tours. And then down under preferences, these are for the consumer app. So this is how you can enable or disable certain things from showing up on the consumer app here. So Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered, and Neighborhoods. If you do make any changes to this, like these images or text here, be sure you do go all the way to the bottom and click on Save Changes, as these changes do not save automatically. Next, we have URLs. So if you ever want to change your domain URL, you can do that here. It does say here, please be advised that it can take up to 15 minutes for your new domain to be reflected. We have found that it generally takes up to 30 minutes rather than 15 minutes. But to change your domain, you can just simply type in your new domain in here. And if it's available, when you click Save Changes, you'll get a blue banner notice at the top stating that your domain was available and claimed. Or if it's not available, you'll get a red banner at the top stating that that domain is not available. If you do put in any characters that are not allowed, it will let you know here. So saying that special characters are not allowed here, however, you can use that dash as a separator. Next, we have featured listings. So you have the option to feature up to 12 listings on your website. Featured listings show up on the homepage of your site, down below the search option and below those hero images. So to add listings, you would click on select listings and you would be able to select those from your list here. You can search by property address, MLS number, city, and zip code. We find that it's easiest to locate listings when searching by MLS number. So if you are hoping to add featured listings that are not your own listings, we do recommend that you get permission from the listing agent first before you advertise those. And also maybe follow up with your broker just to be sure you're within compliance for your market center. And just like that last page, if you make any changes here, be sure to click on Save Changes at the bottom, as these will not save automatically. To delete any featured listings, you can just click the little trash can icon here to remove those from your website. Next, we have theme. So if you want to change that accent theme, you can do that through here. Be sure you hit that update theme button at the bottom. And then we have our agent site pages. So this is where our active pages are, and this is where you can publish additional pages that you've created if they're not already live yet. So all of those pages that we have that had those gray eyeballs, this is where we could publish those to our site and make them live. So once you select to add a page, you would simply enter the page title, the URL slug, and the SEO description, click save, and then that would make it live on the website there. So that about covers everything that we're going to go over today. We do have our website 102 or 201 class next Tuesday if you want to go over adding additional pages and widgets to your website. If you have any issues or have any questions, you can reach out to us anytime at support@scottleroymarketing.com. Thank you for joining today. I hope you all have a great rest of your week.